Whoopi Goldberg won?
Whoopi Goldberg might be one of the most unlikable people I've ever seen. Just such a stupid piece of shit, bro.
Moose shit! Welcome to Moose Shit, where we spout bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my dexterous diplomats, Kub and Al. How you guys doing today?
That was a good one, Moose.
That was different. I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I don't. It seems as if I've gotten my intro down pat, so I don't really need compliments on it anymore. I appreciate it, but now it's just like
Bro, just take the
God.
compliment,
core.
man.
Right?
Just take the compliment, man.
We don't compliment you that often, Moose.
Oh, okay.
Why is your weekend so fabulous, Alex?
Because I am so excited for Moose to give me
To
money
lose money?
tomorrow.
To lose money? To lose money?
No.
Oh
I
my
am
god.
excited because I made a very reasonable bet. I think it's only like plus 950 odds, and he's gonna give me $118.
Alex, also, I hope you know that plus 950 is not very reasonable. I'm pretty sure if
Yeah,
you plug the probability into like a calculator based on the odds, that's probably in the range from like 10 to 20%.
yeah, but
If you ruin this and you let the Chiefs win, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
bro, why
And
are
I'm
you
gonna be
acting like this is my fault? As
bro,
if I have some.
every time you bet on a team, they fucking lose. So if the 49ers lose tomorrow, I'm going to hurt you.
You say that, but why don't you just reverse the exact, like, do the exact opposite of my bets? Because you don't really believe that.
It's not about it's that Kub wants the 49ers to win. It's not about him trying to make money. He doesn't want the Chiefs to win. He doesn't want Taylor
I
to be
would
happy.
rather not make money than let the Chiefs win.
Oh my god, you hate them that much?
Yes.
You know, I can actually, I mean, what if I just bet one bet on the 49ers to win and another bet on the Chiefs to win? Then my curse has to be broken. Unless somehow it's a tie, which I don't even think is possible. It has to
That's
be
not
broken.
possible, but either way,
You'll make it possible.
your curse wouldn't really be lifted because that just means you're gonna lose money.
Well, I mean, it's not just on those two things happening. I could add a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, when the 49ers win, it's gonna be bad for Moose, bro, because I'm gonna be extremely intoxicated, and Moose might be the only Chief supporter in the room, so he's gonna hear all of it.
I'm so torn, right? Because Taylor, she's supporting the Chiefs, but Roman Reigns, he's a big 49ers fan. And so now my heart is torn in two. I don't know who to choose.
Bruh. So you're basing your support on two celebrities?
Yeah, Moose, have you ever thought about supporting the team for like a reason that actually has to do with the team? Like perhaps a player you like or like they're in your area or something like that, like a normal person would?
No.
I'll stick with the Chiefs because there's a theory going around that if the Chiefs win, Taylor's getting proposed to tomorrow. I don't
That's
know if
not
that's
happening.
true.
They've been dating for what, like 6 months?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
Literally
happen,
been
but
like 6
it's
months.
possible.
Well, Moose, if you think it could happen, you can bet on it on the
I
sports
was
book.
just about to say that. I heard on the radio that you can bet on a bunch of things related to Taylor Swift, like whether or not she's gonna, like they're gonna catch a frame of them kissing in the after game show, whether or not he's gonna be proposed to, like
Oh,
all of
you
these things.
wanna see something, Alex? Speaking of that, I was looking on DraftKings earlier because I actually wanted to bet on the first song that Usher would perform at halftime.
Oh yeah, you could
But
do that.
they didn't have that on DraftKings, but what they do have is if you go on here on DraftKings, you look on DraftKings and there's a whole section called for the Swifties.
Yes, I
And
saw that,
maybe
bro.
like 20 different stupid, idiotic things based on her song titles, and half of them don't even like. It's just the dumbest shit. Like the first one, it says 22, any quarter to have 22 points scored. Anti-hero Brock Purdy to throw 250 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Blank space, Travis Kelsey to score an octopus. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
This one says karma, Travis Kelsey, 0 receptions.
That's not happening. But like the only one of these that I might bet on would be like look at this stretch, bro. I was just scrolling through and one of the fucking Chiefs receivers, his name is Rashee Rice, right? And the thing says you belong with Rashee.
You
Just
belong with
might want to kill
Rashid.
myself after reading that, bro. And then for some reason, in the bet itself, it gives you Travis Kelsey or Rashee Rice to score a touchdown in the first half. Why would you throw Travis Kelsey in there if the title is about Rashee Rice?
Because
Literally
she's not
makes no
dating
sense.
Rasheed Rice.
No, she must be, bro, because even when I was watching any Chiefs game and Isaiah Pacheco scores a touchdown, they show her in the stands anyway. So my theory is that the whole team is getting it, bro. They're just
The
fucking
whole team?
just getting passed around then because why else would they show like it's Isaiah Pacheco, bro? What does he have to do with Taylor Swift? Please
So
show her.
I was editing one of the dating apps episode, and I just want to let you, Coob, you were the one that was so confident in the Ravens to win. You even said that you would put 10 grand on them winning. And here we
Yeah,
are.
and then I didn't realize that the fucking two-time MVP, youngest ever two-time MVP, was gonna show up and play like how he did. Bro just did not even show up. He played like absolute dog shit, and I just was not ready for that.
It's cause it wasn't in the script.
I want to read out. So I was messaging Moose about a screenshot of the bets that I chose and the odds and everything, and he wanted me to change the win, like the spread, from -2 to win by a touchdown, which is minus 6. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. Are you nervous? And he says, live a little. I'm not scared. You are. And I said, I'm tired of losing. He says, you're not going to lose. This is against me, not the books. The curse doesn't apply. So he thinks he's already making excuses that because I'm betting with him and not the sports book, my curse is like, doesn't matter.
Oh
And I
man, he's
said,
playing mind games with you, bro. He's
I
playing
know.
mind games with you.
And then I said, so if that's the case, why did you agree to like 25% boost my odds? And you know what he says? He says, because I believe in the power of Taylor's love.
Dude, you might actually just be gay, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the most sad statements I've ever heard in my life. I can't believe you, Moose. Just fanboying over someone that like literally does not know your existence and having her just control multiple aspects of your day and life.
I mean, that's what being a fan is. That's just the definition of a fan.
Last time I'm a fan of the Patriots. I don't let it control every day of my life like you do.
I
I mean,
don't
there are
let
certain points in
anything
time
control
where you can let it.
every day of my life.
Moose, can you go a day without thinking about Taylor Swift?
Yes. You've heard what the actual Swifty said in the chat. She said, just because you like Taylor Swift doesn't mean that that's your entire personality. That's true about me as well. I like a few of her songs. That doesn't make her my entire personality. She's not even like top 3 of my favorite artists.
Also, can we just quickly before we move on to the actual topic, can we run through the Grammys real fast and how the Grammys should just be boycotted and never trusted again? Just
Bro, we talked about this last year.
nonsense.
It's
Literally, how are we talking about it again? It's the same story again. Every year, it's the same bullshit every year. And it
so
makes
exactly. It's not based on streams. It's not based on popularity because that's the People's Choice Award, and it's literally just based off an academy of people with their own biases and their own opinions and their own preferences in music. So I mean, I get that Grammys are a big deal, but I'm really not sure why, because it's solely based on someone else's opinion. It's not based off any numbers or anything, so why is it such a big deal anyway?
Well, obviously, there's like prestige that comes with winning a Grammy, but like
Yeah, I mean,
even then,
Al,
like,
when when you were
not go ahead.
competing for marching band, that was just a bunch of other people's opinions on how good you were doing at marching. So why did it care so much if you won or not?
Because that is based on, like, they're not just basing it off of how their opinion of how I'm marching. There's an actual way that you're supposed to be marching, and a way you're supposed to be playing, and the way the music is supposed to sound. But this is art, like, this is completely arbitrary.
I mean, you could say that there's a science behind it, but there is a lot of just like artistic value to marching band, just like there's a lot of artistic value to uh music. And you could say that they don't have any criteria basic or not basing it off of any criteria. They're just throwing a dart at a board and saying that's the top album of the year. But there must be some sort of criteria that they are personally are using. We just don't know it.
No, Moose, I'm pretty sure they are just throwing a dart at a board because I don't think anybody has ever, bro. If you look at the comment sections, okay, think about it this way, right? How does like what would you think like the criteria has to be for a Grammy to even get on the like ballot? Because think about it this way, right? You said it would be like a contingent of people that are like coming up with it. Like that's pretty much how it is. Like a group of critics, whatever. So how are they getting that ballot? Like who determines what goes on the ballot? You know what I mean? Because there are like if there's no point of like streams or anything, then what if that contingent of people like an album for like album of the year? Because I know like Taylor Swift won album of the year this year. What if some artist that gets like 500,000 like monthly listeners on Spotify, they decided to put them in the ballot and then they give them the Grammy because it doesn't have anything to do with streams. It's just who they think is the album of the year.
I mean, that happens at the Academy Awards. There are like some movies that no one has watched and no one will watch that sometimes win Best Picture.
Yeah, so last year, the song that won Song of the Year was called "Just Like That" by Bonnie Raitt. I've n No one has heard of it, and everyone is really upset that that won because who the hell listens to Bonnie Raitt? And I'm looking at the amount of streams that that song has. It has 5,000,000 streams total, and it won Song of the Year last year. So how can you not
Bro,
say that's just throwing a dart?
Bro, Travis Scott had like 3 billion streams on Utopia, bro. He sells out the Utopia tour every stop he goes to. They caused like a minor earthquake in fucking Rome. Who else did
Well,
that? It was two artists that have caused
uh
like minor earthquakes based on their music. It was Taylor Swift and it was Travis Scott. So clearly that his music is on a level where it is up there with like somebody like that who's like Taylor Swift is definitely probably like either like one, two, or three in monthly listeners on Spotify. And Travis Scott is doing the same type of shit as
well
her, and like the tour is the exact same. And he got beat out by Killer Mike, bro. Who is Killer Mike?
Well,
Who is Killer Mike?
that could be due with the fact that Travis Scott has a lot of controversy associated with his name and his concerts, and like the thing that we talked about a couple episodes ago about it not just being strictly with the music and stuff that external that could affect it as well.
But that's all like over with now, pretty much. Like none of that stuff is even like because like nobody has even heard of. They don't bring nobody brings up the like the stuff from the Travis Scott concert, like that happened, like where all the people like died and all that shit. Like nobody even brings that up because he's like, it's been a while from that, and then also like he dropped a whole new album and people kind of just forgot about it. Like the way the media goes, like it kind of just gets pushed down and people just forget about it. But like I don't understand how something like that, bro. Killer Mike before like I looked right now, he has 3.7 monthly listeners, right? 3.7 million monthly listeners. Bro, before it's only going up because people are literally going to his Spotify and looking like who the fuck is this guy and they'll click a song And bro, you know where he's from, bro? I didn't even know this. He was like a feature artist for Outkast, and now he's making like a return. And he swept the fucking rap awards list. Like he won best song, I'm pretty sure, best rap album, like best rap performance, bro. And
Wow.
nobody has heard of him. Like it's literally ridiculous, bro. Like, and the same thing happened last time with Travis Scott at the Grammys. That's why it gets me so fucking tight because I am a Travis Scott fan. And then like you want him to get recognition for like the really good album that he just came out with, and then when it comes time, he just gets nothing because this fucking random gets it. And then last time it was fucking Cardi B's shitty ass album that if I asked you to name 3 songs off, like that's literally how this bullshit be going.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's also an element of Grammys purposely choosing artists that are unpopular so that people start talking and then it starts stirring things. Because if they chose the artist that is the most popular at the moment, then there wouldn't be as much controversy. And it's all ultimately about money. That's why I don't really value the Grammys in like it's not really showing any sort of prestige. I mean, it is showing that you nominated and like a national or international award show got nominated for that. But in terms of actually who wins, I don't really value that as much.
So I have some interesting results. Drake is probably the biggest artist Spotify has. He is number one of the decade, number one of the first 10 years Spotify ever existed. He is still in the top five for most amount of listeners, and I think he's still top 10 for most amount of monthly listeners. He has only won one, two, three, four, 5 Grammys. One for Best Rap Album with Take Care, one for Best Rap/Song Performance for Hotline Bling, and one for Best Rap Song for the same song. One for Best Rap Song for God's Plan, and then one for Best Melodic Rap Performance for Wait For You. He has never won Best Album of the Year, Best Song of the Year, nothing like that.
Yeah, but I think just because he has a lot of monthly listeners doesn't mean that his music is how do I put this? Like there are people
I
that have
know
a lot of
exactly.
monthly listeners.
I know exactly what you're trying to say, Alex. Like literally, Drake is well known for like. First of all, his music has been declining since forever, pretty much. Like every time he drops a new album, everybody just says it's mid. And this is from like the whole rap community in general. Like every time, like a lot of people will still listen to it because it's Drake, but nobody thinks it's actually like on a level where it's really good. And then another thing is like his songs are also like the ones that you pointed out that one like something like bro, they gave God's Plan the best rap song. And if you like objectively look at that song, just the music, that song sucks. The only reason that song got so popular is because of the music video that came out with it. Because it was like him going around fucking what's it called? Like giving out money and all that shit, and that was just like a and like half of his shit just becomes a meme. Kind of like he is right now. I don't know if you guys saw that. I kind of don't want to talk about it because it was just so strange. But
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, just because he has a lot of monthly streams doesn't mean it's necessarily good music. Like, there are a bunch of artists who have put out very average music, but still get a lot of monthly streams because it's like there needs to be mediocrity, um,
But
in
but your
music.
but your argument, from what I heard at least, was because Travis Scott, Taylor Swift, all these people get such a high amount of traffic with regards to like monthly listeners on Spotify. The Grammys are like it doesn't make sense for the Grammys to ignore them when it comes to giving them awards.
well, also like there is a tangible success with at least Travis Scott and Taylor Swift too. You could say there is tangible success that you could show by like their concerts selling out and them going on like 30 stop tours and every spot sells out. Like that is tangible proof that they are a good artist because why would so many people go out to see them?
Okay,
So,
so
so
then
I looked up the definition of record of the year as per the Grammys website, and it says it's to honor artistic achievement, technical proficiency, and overall excellence in the recording industry without regard to sales or chart position. So it specifically mentions that caveat of not having any regard to sales or chart position, and strictly mentioning technical proficiency, overall excellence. So that makes me even more confused because the song that won that was "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus, and was "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus demonstrating any sort of technical proficiency or overall excellence?
I mean, I liked it.
Yeah, but it's just like a pop song, like, it's, like, an
There's
average pop song.
literally no way that was the best song of the year. No way that was the best song of the year. Could think of
I
like
don't know.
30 songs off the top of my head that would be better than that.
Technical proficiency is really what's getting me because that song is not, like, she's not singing any, like, high notes or anything, or
No,
not
it's literally
im
like the same voice
impressive.
the whole yeah, like it's
I mean, it's catchy, but it's not technically proficient, which as the definition of it. But I mean, that's why I don't care for the Grammys that much. It's cool, but it doesn't really recognize the people that should
bro,
be
Moose,
recognized.
look at all
Wait a
those like
second, wait a second,
songs
wait a
in the
second.
search results.
Song
It's actually insane.
the song of the year was not Flowers. I think you're looking at performance of the year.
No,
Song
no,
of the
no.
year
I'm talking
was
about record of the year, which is somehow
uh,
different than song of the year, but they're different. Record of the
but
year, Flowers won. Song of the year,
was Billie
Billie Eilish.
Eilish's song.
Yeah. Oh, so Song of the Year is different than Record of the Year because Song of the Year is awarded for a single or for one track of the album.
And what is record of the year?
Record is awarded for a single or individual track, but the recipient is the performing artist, the producer, record engineer, and or mixer of that song. In this case, record means a particularly recorded song, or a song, it goes to the songwriter who wrote. I, I don't
Maybe
know, bro.
No, no, no.
so
I think
like
I know what they're talking about. So like song of the year, you would have someone sing the song, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they were like the engineer and like everything. Like they weren't involved in every process of the song. Like for example, Bad Guy, Billy sang the song, but it was Phineas doing a lot of the other work. With the record of the year, I think they're saying is that Miley Cyrus did all the work from step A to step Z.
I think Moose is right on that. I think that's what it I think that's probably the difference. I mean either way, that song sucks.
So
Okay,
record
but
of the
what was
year is probably held in a higher regard than song of the year.
wait, no, because What Was I Made For was a nominee for record of the year.
Yeah, they literally have a bunch of people listed on all of those
Taylor
songs.
Swift is a nominee for record of the year. I don't think she's involved on every step.
Yeah,
She's
it
not
says next to
talented.
it
She's
like
not
Jack
talented. She's not
Antonoff and
talented.
like all those other people that helped produce. You see the names next to each of the songs, Moose?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it lists all of them. So they're all winning, not just the person who sang.
Because Taylor Swift is not talented. Can't do everything. Can't do everything.
Okay,
You,
but then what no, but what is your argument then as why Miley won? Because there are
I,
artists
I
here that
don't
are
know.
bigger than her. Olivia Rodrigo's on here, Billie Eilish is on here, Taylor's on here. So why would the Grammy be like, yeah, let's give it to Miley?
I don't know.
She hasn't won one because she hasn't won one.
Politics?
There's an agenda, bro. Okay, think about it this way. When do you think is the next best chance that Miley Cyrus right now is gonna win a Grammy? Like, bro, she didn't get any for like when she went through her whole bullshit with like Wrecking Ball and that nonsense, and then like Party in the USA doesn't even have one. So this song, which is extremely mid, just like your average pop song, I could even go out there and say this will probably make Moose nut in his pants that there are fucking Taylor Swift songs better than Flowers. That song is literally just so mid, and this is her one chance to get the Grammy. I guarantee you she doesn't sniff a Grammy for the rest of her career because this
Yeah,
is her one chance to get one, so they gave it
that
to her.
that's what's crazy about it is because they specifically have the caveat of it not being in regards to album charts or sales or anything. But Flowers is only popular because of how like easily digestible it is. Like it's a pop song that's sort of like catchy and everything, but it's not particularly like excellent in terms
My
of her vocal range or the writing, the story that's behind it. It's literally just a catchy pop song. But it won record of the year. It just doesn't make sense because the record of the year is talking about excellence in terms of all these categories.
bro, Kill Bill is on this list too, bro, and it didn't win. Oh my god, I hate the Grammys.
Vampires on
That's
this
just
list.
are there any songs or anything that won that you agree that should have won?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't even know. Like, I saw that Taylor Swift won Album of the Year. I don't know who the other nominees were. I didn't even look. I just because I don't actively follow it. I kind of just see the
No,
news.
yeah, it was like the top ones like Olivia Rodrigo and Miley Cyrus and everything, but I think people were talking about SZA should have won SOS.
It was Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus, The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe, World Music Radio by John Batiste.
Somebody name another song from Miley Cyrus's album.
I listened to
Go
another song. I I
I'm not asking
listened.
you to listen to another song. I'm asking you to name another song without having to search it up.
He's looking it
No,
up, bro.
wait. Actually, I haven't listened to any of these songs.
The controversy I think was mainly between SOS because SOS had a lot of huge hits, and
It was so
then
much better, bro. Like what?
I mean, yeah, in your
The
opinion,
Record by Phoebe Bridgers, SOS by SZA, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, which should have won. Did you know that there's something? What is
Guts
that?
should have won most.
No,
I
it should
listened
not.
to the entirety of Gut. I listened to the entirety of that album. That's the only album I think I've listened from beginning to end. Did you know that there's a tunnel under something? Why is her fucking album under Ocean Boulevard? Jesus fucking Christ, Lana Del Rey, shorten your goddamn title. And then Midnight by Taylor Swift.
See, the reason is okay. Think about it this way, right? Moose thinks Guts should have won. He listened to that whole thing, right? And obviously, he has listened to Moose. I assume that you've listened to a majority of Midnights, right?
Majority, yes.
Okay. I I've listened to a majority of SOS, and Alex, I'm pretty sure you probably listened to like pieces or like almost all three of them, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay, right. So I think SOS should have won. Alex, what do you think should have won?
Um, in my opinion, I like the song from SOS better, so I would say SOS should have
Okay, but what fits the Grammys agenda better? Giving OS or Guts the album of the year, or letting Taylor Swift, who is extremely popular, probably at the peak of her popularity right now, with all the football things, all that shit right now going big tour that she just came off of, all of that, giving her the album that like makes her have the most album of the years of all time. What plays better into the
won.
Grammys agenda?
No, I agree with you. That's why I don't care for the
Exactly.
Grammys because everybody
Exactly.
can have their own opinions on what should win, but just because one person wins doesn't disqualify another person's excellence. Like most things Guts should have won, but that doesn't mean that just because Taylor Swift won that Olivia Rodrigo is any less good in Moose's eyes. So it's like why even care about the Grammys?
I just care because I know there are certain people that like, bro, like think about it. Like the one example that I always love bringing up is when like Macklemore won a Grammy over like Jay Z, J Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanye West, bro. Like there's no excuse for that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that is like one of the reasons why I don't value the Grammys. But even then, like even if you don't value the Grammys, like the Grammys are a national like nationwide known thing, right? So there's obviously some weight to it. And obviously if there's an artist that you're a fan of, like we're all fans of Bruno Mars. So like what if the year that they dropped Silk Sonic, like some fucking absolute no name album that like none of us have even heard a song off of wins the album of like best R&B album over that when we personally like so many of the songs on Silk Sonic, and that was one of our like favorite albums. You know what I mean? Like it's just annoying
Mhm.
because they're just not giving any credit to artists that we also support. It's actually ridiculous. That was supposed to be like a 5-minute tangent, but I feel like we all just disliked the Grammys, and then that just went from there.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but it just pissed me off, bro. Like, why is Killer Mike getting a Grammy over Travis Scott? Moose, name a Killer Mike song right now.
I don't.
Well, okay. So I was on Instagram. People were saying that Killer Mike. I mean, I don't know Killer Mike, but he's like an OG in the rap game, and like his songs are like one of the first songs that made rap popular. He popularized something. I don't know. Like he's some sort of OG. So I get that part, but we're in 2024, right?
That's what I'm
So
saying, bro. Like, if Snoop Dogg drops an album next year or
right.
this year, do we have to just give him the Grammy because he's so influential and he just is a pioneer of rap? No, bro. Killer Mike, absolute bum, bro. Fuck him. Even Heroes and Villains is better than Killer Mike's album. That was Metro Boomin's album, which if a consensus of people enjoy the music, then does that not make it good? Like if like 100 people watch a TV show and 95 of them say that they like the TV show, doesn't that make that TV show a good TV show?
Yes, but it's still subjectively because there's no way you can objectively say a TV show is good. Like that's just not what objectively
Really, Al?
means.
That's what you're saying? That there's no
That is what I'm
objective
saying.
measurement to what's good and what's
Those
bad? You're saying that
we had this
everything is
conversation
subjective?
already. We had this conversation already. There are certain elements of a TV show that would make it good, like certain like building up of suspense or having like good acting by certain acting criteria, but you can't say that objectively if you strictly look at the official definition of the word, you can't say it's objectively, but
Crazy,
you can
crazy,
say most you
crazy.
can say that it's a a very popular and well liked by most people. Like there are certain words that you can use to describe it.
But wouldn't like with the whole TV point, like there are certain aspects of a TV show. Like, are you saying that nothing in a TV show is objectively good or bad?
Um, I said that there are certain like plot like points that would make it good or bad, like having suspense in it, having like good music in it, or that's another subjective thing. I don't
But
know. I
isn't
mean,
even like suspense that is also like subjective too?
yeah, everything's subjective, bro.
But like, what about like the quality of what you're watching? Like, what if there's like the greatest TV show ever, like build suspense, all of that, greatest soundtrack ever, like every aspect of the movie is so great, but the whole thing is in like 144p.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a good example. If it has 144p is clearly, I would almost say objectively worse than 1080p.
What if it was done on purpose, though? Like, what if
Yeah,
it's
but
because of
what?
the
Yeah, what
artistic
if it's
value?
subjective? Oh my God, Moose, we fucking got him, man. This is
All right. All right.
bad.
All right.
He is
I
God.
made
You got
I
God.
Are you ready? I made a Spanish video in like 8th grade where we had to record like some sort of story using a bunch
I
of
remember
vocab
that.
words,
I
right?
remember that.
And then we put that up against like say Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Is it fair for me to say that Breaking Bad is better TV than my Spanish performance?
In your opinion,
But I would say if I showed everybody in the world that video, 99.999% of people are gonna say Breaking Bad is better.
sure. In their
So does that
opinion,
hold any weight at all? Like, is that still
no.
just as subjective as saying like 51% of people liked it
Okay,
rather than
okay, okay,
99.9?
okay. Mr. Beast and Netflix both created the same show. Both didn't create. Netflix created a show, Squid Games. Mr. Beast took that concept and made it his own in in a YouTube video that he made from home, Squid Games. Okay, they are sort of different. Even the production is different. Like there are different qualities of production. More people, I'm pretty sure, watched Mr. Beast's version of Squid Game and liked Mr. Beast's version of Squid Game. Does that make Mr. Beast's version of Squid Game the objectively better version of Squid Game?
You're just saying there's more people that watched it, but I was saying that more people preferred it.
Well, most people watched it, but that also probably means that they had like a more it probably had more likes on it compared to like whatever like the Netflix rating system is, like whatever they have like there's more positive feedback 100% to the Mr. Beast video than there is to the Squid Games TV show.
Okay, but then are you saying that that should mean that Mr. B should win an award over Squid Games?
No, but you're
There
saying
was some sort
that
of award?
because technically speaking, like there were more people watched or liked something, and that should result in that product being objectively better.
Yeah, like you
When with
said,
the
your
Squid Games
Spanish video
example,
on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
though, like that's clearly not true. Well, not clearly, but it's not true because I would say like the original content is more impressive than the derivative content.
I mean, I'm not sure what point you're trying to say, Moose. What are you trying to say in regards to the
I
Grammys? You're saying that it shouldn't the charts and everything shouldn't have an effect at all. Is
I
that
mean
what you're
I
saying?
don't care. I don't care. I don't watch any of the awards.
Well, I don't care either. I don't care about the Grammys.
But what are you making? What is your point exactly on objectivity and
I'm just
subjectivity?
saying that there has to be a word in between objective and subjective because obviously you can't say that Breaking Bad is objectively better than my Spanish performance, but saying that it's subjectively better is not strong enough because obviously most people would prefer Breaking Bad to my Spanish performance. So that I just say that we already had this conversation about
So
objectively and subjectively. That
you
there
can
is
just say Breaking Bad is more popular than your Spanish performance.
and more preferred and more liked and has a lot of better elements in storytelling.
You can't
A
say
lot more
that.
elements.
You can't say a lot more elements or a lot better elements. 'Cause one is quantity, the other is quality. And with quality, you can't like say that like as a fact. Like you can't say your
So
Breaking Bad has better
why
quality.
do the Grammys get to say that then, Moose? They're saying best song, or they're saying song of the year. But that implies best.
Because saying this is the song that a majority of our critics have chosen across the a couple of months for this year 2024 is a little bit cumbersome to put on a poster.
It's but it's still subjective is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think anyone thinks the Grammy is objective.
But Coop's point is saying that they're presenting it as though it is objective. When really it's just a bunch of people's opinions.
I mean,
I don't think I'm saying it's subjective. I just think a lot of people put weight into it, which just means it is like it isn't just something like we can just brush it off because obviously we are just like we all have our own different formulated
we have
opinions, but
brain
like
cells.
yeah, if you like poll the majority of people and you ask them like of the people that like know about the Grammys or like watch the Grammys or whatever, like I feel like there is weight in winning a Grammy compared to if you're a nominee and you lose. So if you're losing, then people aren't gonna like give you as much credit as they would if you had won those awards, even if they're
I
not gonna
I
give the
agree.
credit to the person that won that award. Like it's not like people are not gonna give the people that aren't giving Travis Scott credit are gonna go give it to Killer Mike. It's the people that aren't gonna give credit to Travis Scott are just doing it because he doesn't have that one award.
Yeah.
Like for example, the Grammy awarded New Artist of the Year to Victoria Monet. The VMAs not objectively. The VMAs awarded it to the wrong person, Ice Spice. If you're saying both of them are being objective, then you have a difference. Like everyone knows that there's multiple music awards. Grammys just holds a
I'm
little
not
bit more weight in it.
hold on. I'm not
I
saying
don't
that it's objective though. I agree that it's subjective.
How did Ice Spice get an award, man?
You know what's crazy? Victoria Monet is not even like nominated on the VMAs New Artist of the Year. Ice Spice is nominated on both, but Victoria Monet is only on the Grammys.
I just don't understand how she's getting nominated. So, Alex? Is there like a Ice Spice is just so much more like even in today's day and age, like people like Ice Spice more than like I could say like the same points that you made about Breaking Bad in your Spanish, like all the same things, more preferred, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Everybody would say that about Ice Spice compared to Victoria Monet. So like, why didn't she win the Grammy for it then?
Because
Like, I'm not trying to like. This is not like I'm trying to got you. I just like a genuine question. Like, what is the? Because you seem to not be playing like the devil's advocate for the Grammys, but you're taking like that stance of like the Grammys suck, so like it's whatever. Like I don't care.
right.
And Billboard said Zach Bryan is the winner of New Artist. Again, Ice
Bro,
Spice showed up on this list, but Victoria Monet is not on this list. So
Yeah, I mean,
Jack Bryan.
uh, I understand that Grammys are the most popular of all these awards, so people hold that with more weight. But really, all that you're doing is you're holding like it's just this same. It's random people's opinions higher than other random people's opinions. Unless it's any of these are popular votes, assuming it's all by some academy, you're just holding one group of people's opinions higher than other group of people's opinions. Whereas People's Choice, I know, is literally fan voted. I mean, it's art. Nothing. It's all up to what your opinion is. If Moose thinks that Ice Spice's "Thank You the Fart" song should deserve Song of the Year, he's not. That's okay that he thinks that.
I'm not saying, I want to make this very clear. I am not saying that. I do not like Ice Spice.
I actually hate the Grammys so much. I hate any award show to be honest. But the Grammys is the only one that I really follow because I'm not into. I don't even know like the Oscars is for acting. No, yeah,
Yeah, it
right.
is.
Yeah.
And then
Uh-huh.
I don't even know. I don't know what the hell the Emmys are for.
I don't know.
So
Tony's.
it's Oscars or the Academy Awards for acting. They're both the same award. It's Emmys for TV shows. And Golden Globes is also there, but the Golden Globes is like a lesser award. It's the Emmys that's the big award for TV shows. Tonys are for Broadway or just in general stage productions, so like musicals and stuff like that. So like you'll see Hamilton, Wicked, stuff like that at the Tonys. Um, and then you have the
VMAs.
Grammys. VMAs and Billboards and the Grammys are all from music. The big four are the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Tonys. There's only like a handful of people that have won all four. That's called an EGOT.
People have won all four.
Yeah, it's called an EGOT. It's not if they like win three of them, they usually win a lesser award in like the fourth one. Like they don't win major awards for all four, but they do win all four of them technically. Like Elton
What?
John has won all
Okay,
four.
I know who Elton John is. So I'm trying to see if I
Viola
recognize.
Davis, Jennifer Hudson, yeah, John Legend,
Yeah.
Oh my, John Legend one. Damn,
Whoopi
he's like the
Goldberg.
youngest.
Whoopi Goldberg won?
Whoopi Goldberg might be one of the most unlikable people I've ever seen. Just such a stupid piece of shit, bro.
Thank you so much for listening to us rant about the Grammys. Please let us know about your opinion about the Grammys. If you could just please give us a like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please rate us 5 stars. If you're on any other platform, if you're on Spotify, there's probably a question down there. You should probably answer it. Though if you don't, I don't really give a shit. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.